The Psychology of Money is a book written by Morgan Housel that teaches us how to understand money and how to behave correctly with it. If someone can understand the psychology hidden behind money, they can more easily earn more wealth. Money is not meant for a particular individual. Rather, it belongs to those who understand its rules. This book is definitely worth reading because, by adopting the right perspective toward money, it is possible to attract significant wealth into life. We often wonder why some people continue to live simple lives even after earning a lot of money, while others, despite having limited income, gradually become millionaires. Whether you believe it or not, the financial decisions you are making right now will have a huge impact on your future financial condition. That is why we should start understanding the psychology behind money right now and begin to take advantage of it. This book teaches us how to understand money from the perspective of human psychology and behavior. While most finance-related books usually focus on stock selection or portfolio construction, this book explains how people think about money and how they behave with it. According to the author, if you want to understand why people fall into debt, it is not enough to just know interest rates. You must understand emotions such as greed, fear, insecurity, and hope. Earning money well does not depend on intelligence or smartness. Rather, it depends on how you behave with money. If you focus on the right things and act correctly, your chances of success are much higher. But if your behavior is wrong, no matter how much knowledge, experience, or insider information you have, you will not be able to avoid losses. Each chapter of this book explains how people behave with money and what kind of mindset they have. Some behaviors lead to good results, while some habits directly lead to failure. So let us now understand the 12 most important lessons from this book in detail. Lesson 1. No one is crazy. Every person has their own way of thinking about how the world works. These thoughts are shaped by their experiences, environment, upbringing, and the influence of others. The experiences you have had with money in your life have very little connection to objective reality. However, about 80% of your thinking depends on what you believe about how the world works. No matter how educated or open-minded you are, fear and uncertainty will influence your decisions. We all think we know everything, but in reality, we see the world from a very limited perspective. For example, in the United States, low-income people spend about $400 per year on lottery tickets. This may surprise high-income individuals, but for low-income people, it represents hope or a dream. If we do not put ourselves in their position, it becomes difficult to understand why they do this. Lesson 2. Luck and risk. Your hard work and effort certainly matter, but luck and risk also play a major role. One of the main reasons behind Bill Gates' success was that he studied at Lakeside School, which had computers as early as the 1960s, something extremely rare at that time. A teacher spent about $3,000 to buy a computer. If that had not happened, Gates might not have become interested in computers so early, and Microsoft might never have been created. At Lakeside School, there were 3 exceptionally talented students: Bill Gates, Paul Allen, and Kent Evans. Kent Evans could also have become a big name, but he tragically died in an accident before graduation. This is a sad example of how luck can change outcomes. It shows that life is not determined by hard work alone. Luck and risk also shape results. The world is complex, and not everything is under your control. Sometimes events beyond your control can have a deep impact on your life, for better or worse. Lesson 3. Never enough. This lesson is illustrated by a story involving famous writers Kurt Vonnegut and Joseph Heller, who attended a party hosted by a billionaire. Vonnegut joked that the billionaire earned more money in a single day than Heller had earned from his famous book. Heller replied with a smile, "Yes, but I have something he will never have: enough." Enough means realizing that what you have is sufficient for you, so you do not take unnecessary risks. This is one of the hardest skills related to money, not constantly moving your goals forward. Comparing yourself to others is a big mistake. Capitalism encourages earning more money, but it also creates envy. The comparison game never ends because there will always be someone above you. Understanding enough means recognizing that taking excessive risks is not worth it, especially when it comes to your reputation, independence, friendships, family, love, and happiness. Losing these to make money is not wise. The best way to win is often to avoid playing tempting but dangerous games altogether. Lesson 4, the magic of compounding. The real secret behind Warren Buffett's wealth is simple. He is not just a good investor. He has been a good investor consistently for about 75 years. He built his foundation at a young age and maintained it for a long time. His greatest advantage is time. Good investing does not mean earning the highest possible return. True intelligence lies in sticking with moderate returns for a long time so that the magic of compounding can work. Money grows slowly at first, but over time, its growth accelerates. Making money and keeping money are two completely different things. Making money requires risk-taking, confidence, and optimism. Keeping money requires the opposite, humility and the fear of losing what you have earned. Lesson 5, getting rich versus staying rich. Making money and keeping it over the long term require completely different mindsets and strategies. To make money, you need to take risks and stay optimistic. But to keep money, you need humility and the realization that what you have can be lost at any time. Investor Michael Moretz says we must understand that the future will not look like the past. Past success does not guarantee future success. If you want to stay rich, you need a survival mindset. 3 things are essential. Build a strong financial base so you can endure market ups and downs. Remember that no plan works perfectly. Every plan has room for error. Be optimistic about the future, but cautious about potential risks. Lesson 6, Tails You Win. This lesson tells the story of art collector Heinz Berggruen, who owned works by Picasso, Braque, Klee, and Matisse. People admired his intelligence, but the reality was that many of his purchases were mistakes. Only a few turned out to be extraordinarily valuable. However, when he was right, the gains were enormous. Major success, whether in money, fame, or influence, is often the result of tail events, where one outcome among many attempts produces extraordinary results. Venture capital works the same way. Most investments fail, a few perform moderately, and 1 or 2 generate massive returns. Once you understand this, you accept that many failures are normal and expected. Lesson 7, wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is money that has not yet been spent. When people say they want to be worth $1 million, what they often mean is that they want to spend $1 million. But spending money and being wealthy are opposites. There is a difference between being rich and being wealthy. People who drive expensive cars, live in big houses, and wear costly clothes appear rich. Wealth, however, is hidden. It is the money you have saved. True wealth means having freedom, flexibility, and the ability to move forward when needed. Wealth is not about what you bought. It is about being able to buy it if necessary. Lesson 8, saving money. After earning a certain income, people fall into 3 categories: those who save, those who never think about saving, and those who believe they do not need to save. The habit of saving is more important than income or investment returns. Do not worry about what others think. Having control over your time and having options is real wealth. Lesson 9, reasonable beats rational. You do not need to be perfectly rational with money, just reasonable. Being realistic and sensible over the long term is more profitable than trying to be perfect. Past success does not guarantee future results. Like poker or blackjack, finance is about probabilities, not guarantees. Always leave room for error in your plans and avoid situations where a single mistake can destroy everything. Build emergency savings for problems you cannot even imagine yet. Lesson 10, you will change. We cannot accurately predict our future preferences. What matters to you today may not matter in 10 years. The concept of sunk cost refers to losses that have already occurred and cannot be recovered. Yet we continue investing in failed decisions because of what we have already lost. This is dangerous. We must learn when to stop and how to protect the future from past mistakes. Every investment has a price, not just in money, but in emotional stress, volatility, fear, doubt, uncertainty, and regret. If you accept these fluctuations as a fee, investing becomes easier. Lesson 11, the seduction of pessimism. Negative thinking often seems smarter and gets more attention than positive thinking. Humans are wired to focus more on danger than opportunity. Progress happens slowly, step by step, while destruction can happen suddenly. History shows that humans are creative and find solutions when problems arise, but pessimists often ignore this reality. Lesson 12, Confession. In this lesson, the author shares his personal habits and philosophy. His single financial goal is freedom. He finds joy in low-cost activities like exercising, reading, listening to podcasts, and learning new things. He keeps about 20% of his wealth in cash as a safety net, so he does not have to sell investments during crises. Morgan Housel invests in low-cost index funds rather than individual stocks. While some people outperform the market, it is very difficult. For most people, long-term investment in low-cost index funds provides the best results. Charlie Munger said, "The first rule of compounding is never interrupt it unnecessarily." Friends, I believe you enjoyed this summary. If you apply these ideas in your life, your thinking, perspective, and life itself can change dramatically. For more inspirational book insights and knowledge, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, Self-Book Audio. Your subscription gives us new motivation to bring you even better content. Thank you.